Alright, you guys, welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we're here live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow to pull up and be a part of the conversation. I put these videos out so I can hear from y'all. So I'm just here to report on what I have seen with the latest on the Ari Lennox Dreamville slash Interscope situation. As an Ari Lennox fan and as a Dreamville fan, I am very invested into this story. So I'm gonna give y'all all my thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts and I still haven't even seen all the information, but just off of the first things I saw, I already have an opinion, and then we're going to get into the actual post that she posted earlier today. She did delete it, so it's not on her page, but I was able to find someone that posted it. Shout out to them. So let's just go ahead. Let me give y'all a little context, and we're going to go ahead and get into the details. So long story short, Ari Lennox posted today that she wants out of her contract right here. We're going to see the video that she put with this post for more context. She said, I went out of my contract at Interscope at Dreamville. I tried. I really did. Now, first of all, for artists to get to the point where they publicly are saying, not I got some issues, not dropping subliminals, but I went out of my contract. Interesting. We recently saw her kind of on social media talking about how she was kind of struggling. I want to say that was like maybe a week or two ago on Twitter or something. She posted that she was going to close out all her social media accounts. She wasn't going to be on social. She was slowly like getting herself off of social media altogether because it's too unhealthy, right? So she said she was going to do that, maybe like leading to the end of the year. And I was like, that's going to be interesting because a lot of her branding and marketing comes from social media. So I already had some thoughts on that, but I was like, not really nothing to make a story about. But now looking at that, 2 weeks ago versus now, it's like, okay, I wonder how her label felt about that, if they had any problems with that. But there's a lot in this story, and I feel like there's a broader conversation here about not just this situation, but about the music industry overall. And I've been making a lot of these points with a lot of my favorite artists who are maybe a little more niche, not as mainstream. They're like somewhere between underground and mainstream, but very talented. I noticed the same thing. Chloe Bailey, y'all go check out a video I did about her and Halle and how their careers being marketed and how they are just nowhere near where they should be according to the talent. There's a lot of reasons for that, and the same goes for Ari Lennox. However, personally, I, on the outside looking in, didn't have too much of a problem with how Dreamville was marketing her. I did have some questions along the way as a fan, like, why are y'all choosing certain singles, like certain songs? Why are y'all choosing that as the single? Like, you know, certain things like that. Album rolls out, had some question marks for that too. But Ari, as her own artist, has done majority of the work to build her platform. So the fact that she was willing to say, yeah, this is probably the strongest part of my brand, my connection with my fans, social media. But even that being said, I'm willing to lose money and lose opportunities to not post on socials. That's how bad it is for me, right? So kind of looking at all that, let's go ahead and see what Ari actually said, and then I'll give y'all some more thoughts on it. So she put this post on her story. Interscope and Dreamville have been playing with me all month, and I'm so exhausted. Curious what she's talking about. Could she be talking about the album? I don't know. I know she has an album coming out soon. I'm so tired of people treating me like they're sorry for me and like I'm the face of mental health. I'm okay, and I've never been happier. What I don't like is being signed and lied to and manipulated. Not one person at those labels ever knew how to market or protect me. Y'all don't know the half. Constant letdown and neglect. This industry stuff will never be for me. So I tried to do things the right way and no one takes me seriously. Now this is interesting. Getting treated like the face of mental health. Maybe she'll go into details in the video we're going to check out in a second. But I mean, obviously she's had a lot of internet spats with people, a lot of controversy, not like big, but like on a smaller scale. Like that one time she was at an airport and they tried to kick her off the flight, or some weird thing in another country, getting profiled in the store. I remember that. The Rot Wave tour. Now people, I have to address this first. People say, oh, why did her label put her on that Rot Wave tour? Ari actually said in an interview down the line, she's the one that really wanted to go, and her label and her management actually didn't want her to go. They tried to prevent her from going, and she wanted to because she felt like there was a bigger opportunity there. And for those of y'all that don't know what happened with that, she went on tour with Rod Wave, opened up for him, and the fans were disgusting, nasty. I mean, I think they were like throwing stuff at her, saying crazy stuff. I mean, it was just horrible, toxic. It went way left, and I think she ended up leaving early, but y'all can let me know if she stayed the whole time. So that's what happened with Rod Wave. And then of course there's been a lot of people saying crazy stuff about her on the internet, and she's responded, and she's had some battles, right? So that's probably what she's talking about there. She's saying she's okay, she's never been happier. The part about being lied to and manipulated, very interested on that part. And the constant letdown and neglect, interesting. And the part about not knowing how to market her, I have a lot of thoughts on that. That's most of where my thoughts are. And then protecting her, I do feel like, I'm not gonna say like these people need to get on social media and defend her, but you would think if y'all have more camaraderie, if somebody attacks one of your artists, y'all would jump out and be like, hey, calm down. Kind of like Cole, right? When Cole was in the battle, you know, with Kendrick and doing this thing, people was active on social media tweeting and stuff. When people say all this negative stuff to Ari, maybe they had her back behind the scenes, but maybe she wanted someone to have her back in front of the scenes, perhaps. So we're going to go ahead and get into more of the stuff that she said, right? Okay, here's the tweet right here where she said she wants out of her contract. So she's making it very clear. Let's see some of this other stuff. So I think this person recorded the video that she posted. So let's see. Let's listen to it. All right, let's read the little overall so y'all can know what we're getting into first. So she said she's having to pay for her own Google ads because the label is not paying for her advertisement, and they are releasing projects that she specifically asked them not to, like her latest release, Smoke. Thoughts on that? I'm gonna keep reading. Ari also said that ever since she started speaking up for herself on social media, the public has now painted her as the face of mental health and victimhood, and she hates that. Valid. Ari loves creating music, but the issues with her label makes her hate the music industry. Ari says she loves her life and is not suicidal. Okay, so let me just address these right quick, and then we're gonna hear what she said. So number one, her having to pay for her own Google ads is insane. Let me just say, like, I'm a person that has experience doing Google ads for businesses that I've had before. It's a very detailed process that, to me, an artist shouldn't be doing it unless they're independent. Like, unless you're independent and it's all on you, I would think that stuff is handled by a marketing team. But here's what I would say. I understand Ari's POV, but I'm also understanding the industry does not have a lot of money. Well, or they do. They have the money, but they're greedy, right? And it's not even the individual artists. Not like it's a J. Cole or, but let's say at the higher levels, the amount of artists is getting paid is so little. And the marketers, like they're kind of like eliminating the marketing departments if you really think about it. Like, you know, A&Rs, marketing departments, and the ones that are left are traditional and really behind the curve in terms of how things operate in this modern social media era. I also saw something, someone posted that, and maybe she talks about this in here, that the label Dreamville or whoever also felt like social media marketing and advertising was not worth investing, or they didn't believe in digital marketing or social media marketing or something. That has to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard as a person that does social media marketing, as a person that knows how to grow pages, as a person that knows the ins and outs of how this works, marketing and branding in the modern era. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but not surprising at all to me. If you go watch my videos, specifically reacting to like Chloe Bailey, Halle Bailey, some of these other smaller independent artists, I literally talk about this all the time. I talk about it all the time with how these labels have people who are running social media, PR, marketing departments, and they have no idea how to market the modern artists. It's literally to the point where labels don't want to invest any money into the artists. They only want to invest in maybe a music video, maybe whatever your budget is for the production and all that, and features and samples, but they don't want to invest any money at all into the actual artist. They pretty much want an artist to be ready-made, right? And already marketable on their own. That's why they're finding more artists that kind of have their own cult fan bases or a good social media presence, because then they're saving money on the marketing. And I feel like Ari is actually one of those artists, which is why it's insane to me that they're saying they don't believe in social media marketing or whatever the hell, when she's literally built her whole platform off of having a very connected fan base with her presence on social media. That's literally the biggest reason. Like, from a marketing and branding POV, her authenticity and her connection with the fans and her presence on social media is why she is the way she is. That's why she is basically an influencer, because she basically took damn near a content creator route. She just didn't really create the content. Her content was music like a traditional artist, but she was damn near moving like a content creator, how she will always be on IG live talking to her fans for hours on end, sometimes sneak peeking music, or sometimes, you know, featured on these YouTuber shows. I see her on a Terrell show. I've seen her collab with Duran, like doing collabs and stuff. Like, she had the right vision on that all the stuff that she did outside of the label is why she got where she's at. The label did give her a push, you know, some fuel, no doubt, and maybe a little budget, but it's her in her approach with it. So that's so stupid, because it's like, y'all already don't really want to invest money into her, right? And she's already doing most of the heavy lifting in terms of why her brand is the way it is. But then it's like she's doing the work for y'all essentially, and y'all still won't give her more budget or more wiggle room on top of that. That's crazy to me. So that's number one. So artists paying for their own ads, Google ads, like, y'all, that's how you basically get yourself in the search engine and you promote your stuff. And maybe she was paying for even ads on YouTube or whatever other social. So like, whatever was pushing her stuff, it sounds like she was paying that, which to me is insane. Then this part right here about the social media, the mental health and stuff, I feel like we'll hear her talk about that more, but mostly just want to talk about that part because to me that is insane. Dreamville, I feel like it's an artist label, obviously, and the personalities of the people on there makes the brand strong, and not necessarily their marketing. Like, I can say they've gotten the artists some deals here or there, right? They got their own festival going on, cool. But at the same time, though, I feel like they don't have the best marketing. Their marketing is their fan base. Like, J. Cole doesn't have crazy marketing when you think about it. His marketing is how big in like cult like his fan base is. Jid, same thing. Boss, all those people have very small niche and strong fan bases, and I feel like Ari has the same thing. And it's like, part of it, yeah, they don't know how to market you, but a lot of these labels don't know how to market any of their artists in the modern era. So for you to be an R&B artist on top of that, they are lost. They really don't know what to do. They can barely do it with their mainstream acts outside of this regular press circuit that every artist does, going on a radio show, going on Jimmy Fallon, going on but it's like, outside of that, they're lost. The method is there, but the people who's working at these companies, they're using old methods from 20, 30, 40 years ago. It is the social media era. All artists should be getting connected with all types of YouTube pages and different content. Like, some of it has been there, right? I think Ari's had a colors performance. Like I said, she was on the Terrell show. Those always do damn near 500K to 1 million views alone, where she's able to show her personality. It should be more stuff like that. More stuff that meshes well with her. More support for her, you know. So let's go ahead and see what she's saying. Okay, I just feel very strongly about this, and now we can like actually hear from her to see like what her POV is on it, and then I'll give y'all any feedback I got after that.
I don't where do I fucking start? I'm tired. Like, my heart is beating so fast. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I try to do things the right way. And no one takes me seriously. And so we're here, right? We're here. We're on social media again because no one takes me.
So it seems like what she's saying by that is she tried to do things by the book, She try to do things behind the scenes to keep it cute, to protect the brand, to protect how public's perceiving the label and things like that. You know, Dreamville has a very good reputation. So she's like, hey, I don't want people to think it's I'm a say what I gotta say to protect the family and the business. But now, since y'all not taking me serious, I'm gonna have to actually bring it to social media and be messy. And now, I bet whatever she was talking about to them, they take her seriously now. I bet, because Ari is top 3 biggest artists on the label. Top 3. If not, maybe Boz is ahead of her. I don't know, but like she's top 3 biggest artists in the label. So you don't want to lose this artist. If you're the label, you don't want to just cut her loose. But she might be at the point where she's fed up.
Seriously. Like, I don't know where to start, which is probably why I should just get off. Because I'm trying to be respectful, but I feel played right now. I feel
and that part too, about them releasing music that she didn't want out, that Smoke song, I'm not gonna say it's a bad song, right? But if Ari has a new album coming out, why is that the single? That's not a single type song. And there's been a few songs like that, or a few times where they put something as a single. Pressure was actually a good one, but after that, but like, anyway, the Smoke song, I could see that like in a movie trailer or something. It feels very commercial, right? Like, oh, it's kind of silly. I could see that on what that show that's coming out with Keke Palmer and SZA, the buddy comedy. They could put it on the soundtrack like that, or maybe like a funny movie or something like that, or old school movie or something. But that's not something where you reeling people in to get them to listen to the project with that type song. That's kind of a silly song. She's saying F around and find out the whole time and cussing somebody out in the music. That's not a single. And then she telling them not to post it and she don't want it out and they still put it out.
Really played. Like,
that's crazy.
I don't want to be disrespectful. I really don't, but
what happened, girl? What up? I feel you, girl. I understand what it's like to not know what to say.
Really fucking tired. This, like, I'm the face of mental health, and that I'm tired of people treating me like they're so sorry for me. Like, I'm a human being who has just been very transparent about my life. And it is just weird how everyone it just gets really agitating being treated. The whole point of the Smoke video was to take back, like, just fucked up. The whole point of this album was to take back, like, every fucking negative thing people have said about me and to try to own that shit and be like, fuck y'all.
Okay.
And there's nothing that I will ever be able to do to try to repair my reputation, because at the end of the day, people are hell-bent on painting me as this insecure person who is just the face of mental health. I
get that. And let me just say, the part she said about she's just being vulnerable and honest, that's true. That's true. And the thing is, the difference between her and the other artists, some of them are keeping it close to the vest and they're not gonna let that mask down and say what they want to say or respond how they want to respond or tell people what's really going on. And she does that, and her authenticity is a part of her brand. But then her authenticity kind of bites her in the ass, because when you let people see you're vulnerable, they're gonna hold that against you. They're gonna use it against you. They're gonna weaponize it against you. And it's like, okay, is she insecure? Maybe, but like most of us are. Whatever issue she's having, most of us deal with the same damn thing. She's dealing with it in front of thousands or tens of thousands of millions of people.
Like, it's not something I ever really wanted for myself, but it's like, it is what it is. Here we are. Like, people come up to me and they're just like, hey, you know, how you doing? Like, are you? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, wait, how you doing? You know, mental health, like that.
Okay, I can see how that get annoying.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, so even in real life, like it's the
I get that.
conversation. Like I don't want to have interviews with people because it always becomes that. But the point is that I changed my mind against releasing this video, and I told management and I told the label, and they told me that they would take it down. They told me that it wouldn't come out, and apparently they're telling me that,
let me guess, because they already paid for the video and everything, they got to put it out because of the investment.
The video, the people in charge of the video were unresponsive.
What that mean?
But they're like, you know what, but everyone loves the video, so we're just going to keep it up. No, y'all are not going.
Oh, so they posted the video and then she wanted them to take it down after. Or I can't tell if she's saying that she didn't want them to post in the first place, so they posted it and then she wanted it down.
Going to manipulate me. Like, y'all are going to be accountable for that. Interscope, like, you're going to be accountable for that. I told you I wasn't comfortable with it. And like, because there was some miscommunication or someone shady, like, I don't know who, but like, I'm saying very clearly, I'm not comfortable with it being out for multiple reasons. Like,
okay, is she gonna tell us why? We don't have to know, but I'm just curious.
I just wish I had a label that cared, that would want to protect me. I wish I had a label that.
So she feel like they're not stepping up for her. Between the big parent label, they let it, the big label railroad her. But it's like, at the end of the day, though, that's the problem with the labels being subsidiaries under the bigger label, is that, let's say they do want to be on your side. Let's say J. Cole, what's his name, Eve, all the executive people at the label wanted to be on her side. Guess what? If Big Daddy Interscope says, no, we're putting this out, can't nobody at your label stop them. So, but hey, she's the artist, she's in the situation. So for all we know, it could be a situation, maybe her label could step in. Or even if in this situation that's not the case, she's clearly still saying that there's some other situation where she feel like her label Dreamville hasn't protected her other times. So even if that don't apply to this, it probably applies to some other stuff she's been through too.
Wish I had a label that cared, that would want to protect me. I wish I had a label that wouldn't have me out here trying to explain why I need advertisement.
There we go.
I need advertisement for my record. Like, why? Like, Colgate spent $2 billion advertising, and they received $2 billion in 2023 advertising. You cannot expect an artist to be anything without advertisement.
True.
Like, you can't. Why am I begging for advertisement? Like,
good point.
Why am I paying for my own?
Because they're being cheap.
Google ads. Like, no, it's not okay. So I just want to be released. And it's just that simple. And I'm tired of being nice. And I was trying to do everything the right way. But now I'm pissed. This was my final straw. Like, I have communicated effectively, and no one cares. So now we're here in toxic ass social media world. Or this is how I'm deciding to express myself in a toxic way. Like, but we're here, and I don't know how else to, like, I don't know how else to get it through people's thick head. Like, stop playing with me. Like, stop playing with me, and I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being nice. I was very clear about certain things not being released.
I wonder why she. Okay, let's see if there's another clip.
I loved every moment of making the music that I made this year, but I'm just like, I refuse to drop an album that no one's gonna listen to, or that my label,
right? Because she's saying they're not giving her no marketing for it.
Is not gonna promote or market. You can't have a successful artist and not spend a dime marketing them. I'm grateful that Interscope paid for that music video, for 2 music videos. I'm really grateful, but that's not where it should have ended.
Interesting.
They could have advertised my video and I'm left to feel embarrassed. And then so many balls have been dropped, lots of freaking balls just dropped. Like, nah, I'm good. So that's how I feel right now. That's how I fucking feel right now.
I'm about to look this video up.
Like, I couldn't even leave Instagram if I fucking wanted to.
Why does she feel that way? Is she talking about the whole thing where she said she wanted to get off social media but she can't? Cuz I've been seeing like I've been seeing all that stuff. Okay.
I'm not doing this shit. Drop an album for what? Drop an album for what?
But I feel like for an artist her size, she's doing good though. Like I'm just looking at the numbers on her stuff, okay? You gotta understand, this is very niche. R&B doesn't have much of a space in this world we're in. Like it just doesn't. So it's like I wonder, like, okay, she does deserve more marketing and stuff, but it's like I'm also wondering, like, how big does she feel like she needs to be? I'm not saying she needs to be happy with where she's at, right? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that these numbers are really, really good for the type of music she makes and how niche it is and how little of a space there is for purely R&B artists. These are good numbers, factually. Now, if she put out a video for another song, could this have been 1 million views in 12 days? Yes. Like the Get Close song, that was good, right? Waste My Time, that's good. POF, amazing song. So like in a way, I understand what she's saying, but like we gotta acknowledge that it's not like she's trash. Like pressure. This is a very niche sound, bro. This is a niche sound. That was very good. And for her to be able to have that hit after, like that one was on the radio, like for real. So I'm just saying, like, I get what she's saying, but at the same time, it's like, I do feel like she deserves more support. You know, I do feel like that.
I don't need people to feel sorry for me. I don't need people to hug me. I don't need people to worry about me. I don't need people to send me hugs. Like, I am fine. I
just frustrated.
Need to change careers. It's just that simple. Because this is hilarious. What are we doing?
She needs to just be independent, I think. I think that would probably feel better. Because, like, at least if you're coming out of money for your own marketing, all that, it makes sense. But to be on a label and they can't even... What's the point of being on the damn label? She doing all the other heavy lifting. She getting her own deals. So, I mean, does she really need to be on the label anymore?
It's not a...
But you know what? Maybe she can do the same type thing Earth Gang did. Because Earth Gang just said that their new project came out independent. This is their first independent project. So they're still under Dreamville, maybe for management or something. Maybe distribution with someone else, but this new project's independent. So like maybe she needs to go that route. I think she has a strong enough fan base to do that, honestly.
It's not a cry for help. It's not I'm not begging anyone for anything. This is just my reality. How do we drop an album under these conditions?
Come on, bro. Come on. Can we just look at the views? Like, I understand her being frustrated, but I just want to put some perspective. 419 million views on her channel since 2011 with 82 videos. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, guys. I don't know if y'all can tell. That's pretty good for a niche type artist.
Just foul. Like, I'm good. And I tried for so long. And I never saw it. I never saw what everyone was saying for years until literally the song dropped and on a Friday, and oh, all right, see you later. It's time. It's time. It's the weekend, child. Bye, deuces. And I'm just scrambling in the house, like paying for Google ads, starting a Google ad campaign, like trying to figure out marketing, knowing nothing about none of that shit.
So I
Trying
was
to do
saying,
everything in my power to.
that's what I was saying. This shouldn't be a thing where an artist is taking care of their own Google advertisements. She doesn't know anything about that. But that's also on the label. Bro, I'm telling you, all of these labels with even bigger artists are struggling with how to market. The people that are on their teams do not know what they're doing. They're using outdated tactics. That's really the problem, which is probably very frustrating for the artists. Especially people that have like some type of talent and a good fan base. It's like, hold on, I got the talent, I got the fan base, I got some hits. What's not connected? It's the marketing teams. Social media teams don't know what they're doing. I would be frustrated too. I'm frustrated and I'm not even an artist. So I can only imagine how they feel. Like, bro, I'm telling you.
Save my own single. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just saying, like, there's nothing else I can do. There's just nothing. I wanted to give an album. I wanted to be.
She's saying this roll. She basically saying this rollout ain't it.
I guess, but like, I'm never gonna be that. I never went to nobody's charm school. I've never been about the politics and the bullshit. I've never been that. And I never will be. I'm not
kissing ass.
I love Beyonce, and I do wish I was raised as amazing. But like, no, there's no shade to my parents. That's fucked up. But I'm just saying, this was so unnecessary. I shouldn't have said any of that. But I'm never going to be Beyonce. We all know this.
Right.
It's very clear. It's just sometimes people be like Beyonce.
What that mean?
Get off the internet, and it's just like,
that's not
I don't.
It's not how that works. Everybody cannot do that.
Have the money.
Yeah.
Or the bandwidth, the knowledge. The labels,
the team. People forget there's a whole team behind all of that stuff.
Protection, the team. I don't have none of that. I don't have the privilege to be anywhere near like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's no weirdness, it's no shade. Like, it's literally like I've never had that team. I just never had that.
Okay, one more video. One more clip.
I know there's but so much of a narrative I can control, but like, come on, bruh. Like, I don't understand like why it has always been such a big deal. Like, me just being myself, me being like,
because people don't like authenticity. Ari, people don't like authenticity. It's like I truly empathize with how she feels about this, because although I'm not on a label, I do live in a world that claims they love authenticity, and then when you get authenticity, they hate it.
Vulnerable, me being, I don't know, somewhat self-aware and expressing my feelings. Like, I don't understand why that is just like, oh no, like, she's crazy as hell. Like, why?
Because you saying the quiet part out loud. You know, when you're rich and you got money, you're supposed to pretend like everything's okay. You're supposed to pretend like you're above and unbothered by anything. You're supposed to be so into your money and the status you have that you don't give a fuck about what the peons think that are beneath you. That's what it is. That's the disconnect. Too real for being famous. You're supposed to play the role of being above everybody else, and then that helps you cope with all the bullshit, because you can just say, oh, you're broke as fuck. But saying, hey, I have all these things and I still want things to be better, you look crazy.
I don't understand. I don't understand why, like, people treat me like I'm about to fucking harm myself. It's really getting out of fucking hand. And it's annoying. It's annoying. It really is. Because I obviously I'm very transparent And like, if this was, I would just say it. I would just say it. Like, honestly, I'm okay when I'm not doing music. Like, I'm okay. Cause this shit is hilarious. It's hilarious. It's ridiculous. This industry is annoying. And while I had so much fun making Shea Butter Baby. I had so much fun making all of this music. It just gets exhausting after a while knowing that you are fucking amazing and having to convince people that.
Right. Yeah. The budget's tight. Then the market don't really demand the type of music that she makes. I feel like it's a pickle, bro. It's a pickle. It's a tough situation to be in, and I really empathize with these artists on this tip.
To convince your label that, having to convince like other people's fans that, like I'm having to convince my own fans that sometimes. Like it gets exhausting. Like, I am not here to force anybody on me. Like, it's just and
it's like you constantly having to sell yourself. When you're in this entertainment space, you're constantly having to fight people's opinions of what you should be. Them feeling like you're not up to your potential. Da 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 da. And it's like, what if you actually think that? Well, you don't want to like acknowledge it to them. You know, you don't want to like. So it's yeah. I could see that.
I feel resistance, so I naturally want to step back. Like, naturally. That is just what I feel in my heart. Like, I'm not about to force who I am. I am not about to force my greatness. Like, I'm not about to do it. Like, I'm not. Like, I don't like feeling like this. Like, I don't. And then this is the shit niggas want to see. This is the only shit niggas want to post. I'm tired. Like, there's nothing else I could do for the Black community. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can fucking do. Like, they don't want to hear me sing. They don't want to hear. And then niggas be like, make music like Shea Butter Baby. Niggas was sleeping on that shit too.
Come on. She not lying. Niggas was sleep on Shea Butter Baby. That shit didn't get no fucking awards. That was one of the best R&B projects that's come out in the past. I don't even know what time period to put on it, but that was one of the best R&B projects that's come out in a long ass time. And niggas still was sleep. So I'm with her. I'm with her.
Like, I don't know what y'all want. I am tired. Like, I'm tired. Like, I don't know what else to do, but I am genuinely exhausted. If I have to be clear, I am not exhausted in living. I love my life. I have a fantastic life. My constant resistance has been this industry. It's just that simple. I love making music. I loved every moment of making Smoke. It was my freedom song, and I dropped it, and the label neglected me. They left me there by myself. I have 700,000 subscribers on YouTube. Sorry, I burped. I have 700,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know why all of them subscribers, I guess I'm not promoting it. Like, I'm not consistent enough. My algorithm or something is not consistent enough. I don't know. But I feel like at least my 700K subscribers should have been able to see this video. Like, I dropped the song. No one even knows it's out. Like, if it sucks, that's one thing. Like, that's something like I gotta live with. But maybe, just maybe, no one knows it's out. But if it sucks, that I'm okay with that.
Oh shit. Is that it? That's the last one? Damn. Dang. Okay. Well, that's the most we could see from the actual live. So shout out to this lady that posted it, because we wouldn't know what was going on. that's mostly my thoughts. You know, T-Pain did put a nice word. He said, every single word, you sound exactly like me in 2018 when I decided to take the leap to independence. I need to talk to you. I want to at least throw out some suggestions from experience on how to navigate from being supported by a label to fully independent. It's tough as shit, but you're so talented and smart. I know if I just gave you a little perspective from my recent experience, I'll at least spark something that you could take and absolutely kill this shit on your own. Yeah. Yeah. I was wanting to see like some of the comments right before we get out of here. Make sure I leave a like, comment, and sub. Let me know what y'all think about this. I genuinely want to know what other people think. So they said not familiar with her music. She's definitely not the industry standard. Some of y'all are weird for criticizing her. Not everyone's gonna figure out immediately what they want. She wants to live a normal life now. Well, by then, I need real artists who will fight tooth and nail for a platform to come back. Who is this? Who are you? Like, okay, so it's not just me. Like, girl, what? Like, what? Girl, you talking like you the one paying her bills. Hope she finds the support she needs. I hope Megan Thee Stallion has her own label. They should have never put her into a Rod Wave. They didn't do that. Why people act like the whole Rod Wave situation was the end all be all of her career. Ari should have left Dreamville when no one defended her on the Rod Wave tour. Probably the biggest display of the label's fail to her. They aren't making calculated moves with the Mary J. Blige, Baidu type artists. They could be sitting on Grammys. True. Let's see what comments say. Favorite female musician. Yeah. Why do y'all blame labels? Yeah. It is their job to promote artists, but when the budgets are getting tight, they're not doing that. So look, that's it for me, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a follow to the Twitch. You know, we can definitely talk about this more, the industry overall. I feel like this is a little bit bigger than Ari. It's a reflection of what a lot of these artists are going through at the time. A lot of them just aren't being so transparent about it, which I appreciate her honesty. But that's it for me. I told y'all all my thoughts. Make sure I leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Link to the socials are all in the comments. Linktree has all the socials in the Discord. Pull up. Let me know what you think. But until next time, you guys, we're outie.